Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to take a look and just preview the new Yamcha that's coming to global, and we're going to preview the Yajirobe that comes with them. So pretty cool stuff. Yamcha and Yajirobe's details have been released on the same day as April Fools, but it's not an April Fools, they are actual units and they look pretty good. Yamcha leads Earthbred Fighters and Saiyan Saga category. He has Ki +3, HP attack and defense of 170%. He also has an additional 30% for characters who belong to Earthlings or Turtle School, which covers like Krillin, I guess, and Yajirobe. Tien, I believe, also counts, so that's pretty good, but not a lot really that kind of count there. Master Roshi will also count, so decent-ish, but nothing too crazy. Goku's fortunately also fall because of the Earthbred Fighters, so something decent to cover there. Then we have the Explosive Key Manipulation, which is his passive skill. Activates his entrance animation once only, and he has Ki +2, attack and defense of 150% for 4 turns from the start of turn. When there's another 5 or more Earthbred Fighters category allies on the team at the start of the character's attacking turn. Decent. He has Ki +2 and attack and defense of 150%, plus an additional attack and defense of 30% with each attack performed, up to 150%. Very similar to Teq Bardock, it seems. Medium chance of a critical hit, high chance of evading the enemy's attacks, including super attacks, and launches an additional attack. There's a high chance of becoming a super attack. Okay. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after evading an attack. And he has an additional chance of evading the enemy's attack of plus 10% within the same turn with each super attack performed. So that's interesting. You will see me think about that for a little bit. And the reason why that's so interesting is because he has a high chance of launching a super attack, so that's 50%. He also has 50% evasion. That's like his standard premise. Then, okay, if he evades an attack before he supers, so if he evades a unit with 50%, or evades an attack or a super with his 50% evasion, he will then have a high chance of another super attack. Okay, so another 50% super. If he gets off all 3 of his supers, after supering, he will have 80% evasion. So that's interesting. It's a very interesting kind of design. I think Yamcha looks good. Look, he relies on raw defense and evasion. So he's a unit that, you know, at the end of the day, is either going to look great in certain instances or look terrible. Because you're going to have the turns where he evades everything before supering, supers 3 times, does huge damage with all his crit chance and everything. And then all of a sudden he's got 80% evasion, so he looks immortal afterwards. If that happens, he looks great. Obviously there's also the reverse situation where a super attack gets fired at him, his evasion doesn't kick in, his defense is not high, and he dies. That's okay though. Like that's how some units work, and I think Yamcha still looks pretty good. He's got an active skill, extra large spirit ball, and this can be activated after the character evades 4 more enemy attacks in battle, and when all allies attacking are Earthbred Fighters, causing ultimate damage to the enemy within the turn activated, and attacks are guaranteed to hit. His crit chance will apply to this, so overall it looks decent. He's got a raise the attack for 1 turn and high damage or high chance of stunning, which is okay, a bit of utility. I think in terms of build, you probably want to build him into crits. He's got a medium chance of performing a critical hit, which is 30%, but I think if you add in more crit chance, with a slight chance of him possibly supering 4 times, I think that's the best situation, because the difference between 80 and 90% evasion is exactly 10%. It's not, you know, the most insane. And then we'll take a look at Mr. Yajirobe before taking a look at their animations. So Mr. Yajirobe is a unit that everyone thinks is quite hacks, and you can kind of see why. He is a pretty interesting looking unit. Earthbred Fighters category of 130%. He has Tough Swordsman, which is Ki +3, and attack and defense of 150%, all allies key +1, and attack and defense of 30%, self-excluded, plus an additional key +1 and attack and defense of 20% for all allies for 3 turns, plus an additional 120% defense when the character is the third to obtain key spheres in a turn. So, listen to this. When plus an additional key +1 and attack and defense of 20% for all allies, okay, for 3 turns, plus an additional defense of 120% when the character is the third to obtain key spheres. So basically, by placing him third and activating key spheres with him, you guarantee yourself support until he comes back around again of 20%. So that's pretty interesting and pretty cool. Plus an additional attack of 150% and great chance of performing a critical hit when performing a super attack as the third attacker in the turn. So again, as the third attacker now, which means you would have got the key spheres as the third collector, he now has a great chance of crit and great chance of evading the enemy's attack, including super attack, within the same turn after receiving an attack as the third attacker in the turn. Survives KO attacks and recovers 10% HP. Very interesting. So the thing with Yajirobe is, right, so the premise is quite simple. He can't technically die ever from the first attack because he survives a single KO attack. After he then gets hit by this attack, he now has a great chance, 70% evasion, alongside him already having sizable defense, alongside him already giving support to the rotation, and alongside him healing you as well. So if there's ever a unit you want to stick in the third slot, it's good old Yajirobe, and I think that's fine. I think that's exceptional, and I really think it's a cool design for a unit. To have a unit that's role is to float is awesome, and I think it's really cool. So yeah, I think that's really, really awesome. In terms of links, he's got Flea, Coward, and Fighter, Tough as Nails, Solid Support, More Than Meets the Eye, Fierce Battle. He's not going to have great link set. His active skill can be activated when HP is 40% or less, with another Earthbred Fighter's category ally attacking in the same turn, starting from the 5th turn, and you fully recover HP. Super simple. Sensu Bean, super simple. He's only on 4 categories, obviously, and he massively raises his defense, so he doubles his defense. Yajirobe is a beast. He's a floating support beast, and you can't really change that. I think he looks great. And yeah, Yajirobe is cool. Very, very cool. Then obviously we have the animations. So just gonna turn up the volume a little bit. There we go. And we'll take a look at the animations. Very interesting animations, I think. They look good for the most part. Yajirobe's look solid, especially for a banner unit. You know, I don't think you're expecting like crazy animations, but Yajirobe's look decent. His active skill is pretty cool. The classic voice. Good thing you found me, huh? Yeah. Nice. Very, very cool. And there we got Yamcha. Obviously doing his thing. I think his animations are actually really, really good. Like, really, really exceptional. I think they've done really well. Nice leg sweep there. After imaging, which isn't the same as instant transmission. Just to confuse people. Instant transmission is faster than speed of light. After imaging just means that they move fast enough to leave an after image. You can't see them move. Come on, guys. Simple power scaling stuff. I like his Spirit Ball. It's really well done. Overall, I think his animations are really good. I think they're great. And I think Yamcha is a really interesting looking unit. So, yeah. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Obviously, it's a bit difficult to say summon when we don't know the banner. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if they change the banner from JP's side. But I think Yamcha's a cool unit. I think Saiyan Saga's a cool saga. And yeah, overall, obviously, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. But that's going to be it from me. See you next time. Bye.